Have you ever noticed, if you have ever had a garden, or you were big into taking care of your grass, your yard, if you didn't water the garden, if you had flowers in there, if you didn't take care of the grass, if your all your stuff didn't get plenty of water and plenty of sunlight, what happens to it? It dies. Just like gardens and grass and things that grow need attention, and they need sunlight, they need nurturing. Your relationship needs that exact same thing. If you don't tend to your relationship and you don't nurture it, it's going to die. I was married for 20 years. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a professional. I just am a 50-year-old that has been through a few things, and I've noticed stuff along the way. And I've learned that when you get busy, you're in a long-term relationship or you're married, life comes at us, and sometimes we do get neglected, or we do neglect our relationship. You tend to let everything run on autopilot because you're trying to get everything done at work, and you're trying to come home and do some errands, and you're trying to take care of the house, or you're trying to take care of the kids, or you're trying to take care of your hobbies, or you're trying to grow your own business, and you're trying to put support into that. You need to do all those things. You need to, especially the things that make you thrive, the things that you're interested in. But on top of that, you have to pay attention to your relationship, because you can lose your relationship if you don't nurture it, if you don't make sure that it gets the things that it needs to continue being that strong, healthy relationship. And it's important to remember that. So one of the things that I want to stress is that pay attention. You get signs, you get cues from your partner. I give them off. My wife gives them off. Things, if you're really paying attention, there's signs that, hey, I need some understanding in this aspect, or I need some attention when I'm feeling this way, or I want to be touched, I want to be thought of, I want to be, all of those things that a person needs, each individual person needs. You need to recognize their needs, and they need to recognize yours, and you need to work on reciprocating those things. It can't be one-sided, because one-sided is going to slowly wither away. The one side that's doing all the work, that's putting in all the effort, they're going to feel like, why are they doing it? It's not getting them anywhere. They're putting in all this effort, but they're not getting anything back. And as awful as that is, most people want something in return. You always want to feel something. You want to be treated a certain way. I really, really try to treat people the way I want to be treated. And I use that same approach with my relationship. I want to treat them the way I want to be treated. So one of the things that I want to stress is check in on your partner every day. Acknowledge things. Plan dates, like regular dates, not once or twice a year, 3 times a year. Once a week, or at least every other week. Something to keep you guys bonded, something to keep you doing the things that you did in the beginning, where there was laughter, there was sarcasm, there was fun, there was interaction, there was playfulness. You need to keep that going. So by acknowledging stuff and checking in on a daily basis, and having these at least 3 to 4 times, 2 to 4 times, let's say 2 to 4 times. I know lives get busy. Let's say 2 to 4 times a month, there needs to be some time just for you guys. And that could be simple things, doing stuff at home together, or it could be going to dinner together, or it could be doing a class together, learning something. Anything that will keep you bonded and keep your relationship stronger. But not only that, keep it acknowledged. You're going to acknowledge things more regular, and that's going to keep you guys bonded the way you were in the beginning. And it's on top of that, I think it's really important to acknowledge that the consistency of doing these things beats what would you call it, grand gestures. You know, doing all this stuff tops saying how much you love them, or saying how much you appreciate them, or saying, you know, verbalizing those things is good, but you have to go a little further than just verbalizing it. You want to show it. You want to, you know, prove to your significant other that you're interested in setting aside time for them. You know, that's one of the things. Like, my wife is she bakes, and she has a lot of like weddings and events. She does a lot of stuff with baking. She puts on sales. She has a cottage license. So with me and her, we have to try to put aside that time, because on top of that, she also works a regular full-time job and a once a week part-time job. So there's a lot of work involved. There's a lot of hours spent where she's busy working. That dynamic that we have to acknowledge these things and set aside more time, not just gestures. So I guess what I'm saying is, like, this: if you make these things a regular thing, you know, make it a regular thing to schedule time for each other, to do more than just say how much you mean to somebody, or how much they mean to you, and do more than just saying you love them. Show the consistency and the effort of trying to do these things on a daily basis, going on these, you know, weekly dates or every other week dates. Try to stress that as much as possible to your partner, how important that is for the two of you to show these things and not just talk about how much you care for each other. By doing that, you can help prevent the decline of your emotional and physical intimacy. You can help prevent the decline of the strength and the bond of your relationship. Those are just things that I've observed over the years, and I acknowledge that you need to tend to, and you need to keep them at your focus. I want to just encourage everybody to reflect on your own relationships. Identify like one small thing, one small change that you can make each week that will help strengthen that bond with your significant other. So I hope this was helpful. I hope it was insightful. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. And if you have any input or feedback, leave a comment below. I want to know your experiences. I want to know what things do you and your partner do to try to prevent that relationship erosion. Let's just call it that. What is it that you do, or what have you experienced that's made you feel a little negative? This isn't a hate thing. I'm not looking to bash people, but acknowledge it. Speak your mind. If you can't speak your mind to your partner, then that's a huge problem. You have to be able to talk things out. You have to be able to say what's on your mind, and you have to be able to take action on it together. So again, thanks for watching, and I hope this was helpful for you. I'll see you in the next video.